Welcome to Jackie's Craft Table. Hello and welcome. I was intrigued with a new stamp set from Studio Katia called Floral Trimmings, so in this video I'm going to be inking that up. It comes in two sections, two different stamps, and I thought that was very interesting. You could ink up just one of the stamps along the edge or the bottom of your card, anywhere you want. Also, if you didn't want to color the whole thing, because it does involve a lot of coloring, you could just color a section and then die cut that out with a circle or a heart. That would look really pretty on your card. Or you could do what I'm going to do for this card. And I'm stamping them both snugged up together. And when you stamp them really close like this, you can hardly tell that they're two separate stamps that you're stamping out. I think this set would be great as a gatefold card as well. And I'll have to do another card like that. Now, I have to warn you, this video does involve a lot of coloring. I did speed this video up super fast because it did take me at least over an hour to color all of these flowers in. The coloring I'm doing isn't anything groundbreaking. I'm just grabbing colors out of my Copic marker container and just having fun coloring these pretty flowers in. The three Copic markers I'm using to color in this hydrangea are my favorites at the moment, and it's the B60, B63, and B66. They're so pretty, it's like a bluish purple. This next flower I wanted to keep white. I want it to be a pretty white Shasta daisy, so I'm just adding some grays. And then it will really be defined as a white flower once I start coloring in the greenery behind it. There is a lot of greenery to color in on this stamp set. I am just pulling out the greens that I have. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, but I just wanted a lot of color and a lot of interest. I had a lot of fun identifying each flower, trying to figure out what it was, and then coloring it in its proper colors. These purple ones look like sweet peas to me, and the orange ones that I just finished coloring look like nasturtiums. However, with flowers, anything goes really. You can do whatever you want. And I even think that you could just leave this card black and white, and it would look gorgeous on the front of your card, if you didn't want to do this marathon coloring. And I didn't color this all in one sitting. I would color for a few minutes, and then I'd go and clean the kitchen and help the kids, and then I'd come back and color some more. It was just fun having little coloring breaks throughout my day. Ooh, and I have to mention these pink colors too. I just love these. It's the R81, R83, and R85. It's just the prettiest mauvey pink. I also forgot to mention earlier that I had to stamp these two panels of flowers separately because if you stamp them together, you do get a line in between them. And if you want that gap to be completely closed, then you do need to stamp them separately. Here I'm using my favorite red combination at the moment, and it's R22, R24, and R27. I'm still working on collecting my blues, my Copic collection of blues. I think I own more pinks than any other color. Or I guess I should say the RVs, the red violets. My eye is just drawn to those the most for some reason. For this last little Gerber daisy, I am using the RVs, and it's 21, 25, and 17. And that completes the coloring for this card. Thanks for sticking around. Next, I had to figure out what I wanted to do with this panel. And I went through a lot of my card stocks to figure out what card base I wanted to use, what color I wanted to put it on. And I think this gray was the best bet, the best option I could find, because the card is so bright and so busy that I didn't want any other colors competing with it. So I selected a piece of steel gray cardstock from MFT. So first I'm using a frame die to cut this out, and then I'm going to prop up this frame with a double layer of foam adhesive. And I should mention that my sentiment comes from an Altenew stamp set called A Splash of Color. I heat embossed that with some white Hero Arts embossing powder. I cut it out with a faux stitched banner die. It was just the perfect size for this sentiment. Now to adhere my frame onto my card base, and I'm just half peeling off the release paper. This is a neat little trick that I learned from Therese from Lost in Paper. I probably shouldn't have peeled the release paper so far off. This helps you put the frame on evenly, and then when you're committed, you could just pull off the rest of the release paper, and then it's perfectly aligned on your card base. For my main floral panel, I'm just going to put a bit of dry adhesive on the back of that. I thought the back of that looked really pretty too. It's a pity I have to cover it up, but I'm just laying that down flat onto my card. I'm putting a double layer of foam adhesive on my sentiment banner as well, and then I'm just putting that on the front of my card. I hated covering up any of the coloring that I did, but had to be done. And then, as if this card needed any more color, I'm adding some crystal rainbow confetti all over it. And I know I went overboard with that, but I couldn't resist. It's so pretty. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also click on the bell if you'd like to be notified when I publish a new video. And don't forget to share this video on your favorite social media. Thanks so much for sticking with me throughout this card. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.